Hi everyone, and thank you for joining Outdoor Dad 1. You're really appreciated, loving your support. And tonight I've got a really nice gun for you to have a look at. I went to Neville's in Alpherton for my cartridges, and I said, have you got a nice gun for me to have a look at? And this is what he gave me. He gave me a FAMARS Abbiatico and Salvinelli Excalibur 20 gauge side plate with detachable locks. Here it is in its box. So we've got like this leather look hard case that's leather bound around the handles with the 3 locks on it. We'll open her up and see what we've got. And here we have an absolutely beautiful gun. So FAMARS is an acronym for the names of the makers, abbiatico and salvinelli. Yeah, wow, the engraving, the lines of this gun, sometimes it leaves me speechless, but it's absolutely gorgeous. We've got a lovely pheasant game scene. 2 pheasants breaking out of cover. Another 2 pheasants on this side. And the most beautiful woodcock underneath. And yeah, and I suppose one of the great things is the detachable locks. Pull the safety back and they drop straight out. We've got the tree here, no selector, but look at that gun making, absolutely gorgeous. And it just pops straight back in, just like that, slick. Yeah, she's a lovely thing. Now, me and John were having a look at this. And the lines on it are so nice. We actually thought that it was quite a small gun, which it isn't. It's got 15-inch length of pull, and it's got 29.25-inch barrels. Now it says on the ticket they're 30, but they're not. Quarter. And it is actually up for sale for £9,500. And I thought it's because it's not steel shot proofed, and it is. Yeah, presented in this lovely, we've got green suede, which is a bit different. We've got a solid rib. It's got absolutely gorgeous hand file cut rib, and it really does look lovely. A little bit of engraving there at the end of the rib. Yep, solid in the middle. Like I say, fixed choke, 1/4 for steel, fleur de lis. So I think we'll take it out of this box, get rid of the box, and yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what, we'll just, before we get rid of the box, we've got a little box of spares. Looks like someone's used one of the firing pins already. We've got firing pins, and we've got 2 spare leaves. Easy to get at with that detachable drop lock. Yeah. And yeah, there we go. Let's get rid of this case. We can have a proper look at this gun. 3 airport locks on it. Now then, we've got a lovely little fore-end catch. Pretty. We've got 32 lines an inch. Very fine. Really nicely done. Hand checkering. The hardest to do. And I think a lot of times these aren't done to the level that this is checkered to is absolutely lovely. And I've seen a few guns where it's almost like they're, to make it look more handmade, they've got sort of flaws in the checkering. Too many, as far as I'm concerned. But this is absolutely, yeah, it feels really nice. And this is this gun is all about its lines. It's so sleek. The fore end, they've obviously made this catch, and this English style fore end, it's so slim. The depth of the whole gun is, it's so low. Absolutely beautiful. On the boss action, so I'd say almost like the Parazzi style, I suppose. We've got the recoil shoulders cut into the barrels and cut into the action. We're on trunnions. Yeah, we've all seen this style before, but the proportions of this gun are something else. Now I thought someone sold this because of the steel non-toxic shot job coming through. And then when I look, it's been to the proof house, CIP fleur-de-lis. 2 3/4 chambers. Now then, I've had a look down these barrels. Very long forcing cones. Yeah. Immaculate down the barrels. I mean, I'd say they were chromed. If not, they're polished to a very high level. But the depth. It is monoblock. They're not chopper lump. I believe some of the very high-end ones are. But there's certainly nothing wrong with this. The way these barrels are struck, it's absolutely, solid mid-rib, solid top rib. The hand file cutting is lovely. Small silver bead on the end, quote-unquote choke. We've got a little bit of detailing, engraving around here. We've got that lovely little bit of engraving there. And the engraving on abbiatico and salvinellis. Whew, some of the best in the world. If not the best in the world. FAMARS, Italy. Right, let's clip it together and I'll show you this. Because this is, without doubt, one of the prettiest guns that you probably, likely, ever cast your eyes on. Stunning. Now then, just look at that. The depth of this action. Pinless. Obviously, because we're on a drop lock. Absolutely gorgeous. Automatic safe. Tell you what, we'll just drop the old snap caps in. Yeah. Inertia gun. Quite like trigger pulls. I've measured them. They're 2.5 pound. Absolutely no creep. Yeah. Single trigger, non-selective. Auto. Safe. Well, I'll tell you that. Let's start at the back. Lovely fitted pad, vacant oval, gorgeous wood, 32 lines per inch checkering, drop points, detachable trigger, game scenes, really nice 4-end English style, 29.25-inch barrels. So we've got a leather covered, absolutely, as you'd expect, an exquisitely fitted butt pad. We've got this lovely London finish, and there's a couple of marks on it, and whoever's owned this gun has used it. And I think if this gun was just stuck in a cabinet, not seeing the light of day, it would be an absolute travesty. I think the fact that someone's had this and used it and loved it is absolutely marvellous. So we've got this lovely finish, really nice piece of wood. We've got the 32 lines per inch checkering, nicely executed, not too clumsy, not too, oh look, I'm hand checkered, I'm a bit mistakey. Done properly. You know, this gun wouldn't have been cheap. You know, I think value wise, you know, I think, I suppose if you like used a comparison of a luxury car, second-hand Mercedes, 12 months old, someone pays a lot of money. The second owner really does have a big saving, and I think there is a big saving on this. A second-hand gun with steel shot proof is a grand thing. But yeah, lovely wood. We've got lovely drop points there. I mean, yeah, the stock maker, the fitting, the wood to metal fit is absolutely exquisite. The fit round the trigger plate is, you know, this gun, it's a 20 gauge, by the way. Not sure if I said that. I'm going to have to go back now to when I was a teenager, and I was at my friend Arthur's, and he was a collector of fine shotguns. And as a young man, I was when a chap called Mr. Burns arrived, and he's a friend of Arthur's, and Arthur had a Boss & Co, a Woodward, and SO Beretta. And as a young man, these guns were like stunning, and people had come, and they were all gun enthusiasts. Michael, I think, he's a subscriber, so hopefully he's watching. People like that. Michael's wrote the definitive book on Midland guns. You know, so like I say, a group of people that were really had a great understanding and knowledge of guns. And the Boss and the Woodward and the Beretta, and that was what I'd seen, and everybody was into the shallowness of the action, the gun making, single triggers, whose triggers were best, Dixon trigger plates, and Wesley Richards with detachable locks. Now, Abbiatico and Salvinelli did a tribute gun, I think in 1984, and they were massive Wesley Richards fans, and they made a tribute gun with a box lock with detachable locks. Abbiatico and Salvinelli, they have patents, which is, you know, real gun makers. I mean, this is a real boutique. This is a high-end gun, and it feels, I'm sure you've heard this before, people say when you get a gun of this quality, they just feel different. And this one does. And strangely, my friend John and I are looking at this. John's a very tall chap. And we got it out of the box, and it's like, oh, what size is it? Like 27-inch barrels. It's ever such a pretty little thing, you know. Oh, so I'm looking at it, and I try it up. Oh, it comes up nice. John puts it up. Yeah, it does come up nice. Well, so we've got the tape measure out. Turns out, and I can only presume it's the proportions. The proportions of this beautiful gun belie the fact that it's 15-inch length of pull with 29.25-inch barrels. Comes up for John, absolutely lovely. A real usable thing. But the lines and everything about these guns, and I'd never seen one. And Mr. Birds, he comes to Arthur's and he reveals his abbiatico and salvinelli. I think it was a 12 gauge. Pinless sidelock with Bellino engraving. And as you can see, now most of the guns that I'd seen at this point and the ones that I was very interested in all had very dark wood. It had a lighter wood and this absolutely beautiful game scene engraving. And all these, I suppose, aficionados, people who've been around guns for a long, long time and had a real understanding and very passionate about it. And everybody was saying that has to be one of the most beautiful guns. The engraving was gorgeous, the way it felt, the fit, the finish. And that was the first time, that wasn't a detachable lock, abbiatico, it was a true side lock. Pinless. And I can remember, just like this, it had a lovely woodcock on the bottom, and you've got the bars on the back of the woodcock's head, and it's obviously so real and so time consuming. And these people were really at the forefront of this. And this is, like I say, about 1994, and it was the first time I'd ever seen one, and basically, yeah, it was a fantastic thing. And I suppose I've always looked to it as one of the nicest guns I'd ever seen. I think when you look at English gun making, colour case hardening, the house style engravings are beautiful, are a thing of beauty, all of their own. But the Italians, and obviously heavily influenced by people like Boss, and extremely clever. The shape of the safety catch is really nice. Without being sort of too bulbous and chunky, it still works well. Now, I've shot a couple of clays with this, and we'll go and have a look at that and see how we get on. So we're out with this lovely FAMARS 20 bore, 29.25-inch barrels, 15-inch stock, 32 lines fine checkering, and it is the most beautiful thing I've seen in a long time. The lines are gorgeous. I'm just going to close it. If you just look at that. So they've got the fore end, I think, shallower because they've made this lovely fore end catch. The proportions are stunning, and it's steel shot proof. So we'll have a couple of clays, see if we can hit it with it. Pull! Pull! We'll see if we can have a couple of these. Oh. I haven't weighed the gun yet. I think it's about £7, but very minimal recoil. Oh!
Thank you.
Let you go in ejectors, isn't it? Oh! Oh. One away. Pull! I think you'll enjoy this.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well,
Looks like you're hitting him, John.
I am smashing them.
What does it feel like?
Oh, it feels lovely. Feels
Length
really
of
nice.
and everything.
Length's really nice.
I mean, it must come up bang on for you, I should.
Yeah. It's a bigger stock, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
The interesting thing is, if me and John were looking at this gun, and we thought it had shorter barrels than it's got and a shorter stock, and I think ultimately the lines on it are so gorgeous. We presumed it was like 26-inch barrels and a 14.25-inch stock, and it's 29.25-inch barrels and a 15-inch stock.
sounds lovely.
Oh! That's better. Have we got another stand?
Yeah, so 2 down here.
I've only got a cartridge left. 2 cartridges. Pull! Oh, just over the top. Right.
It's motoring that one, isn't it?
Pull! Hey!
Hey. Proper shot.
Brilliant. Wow. What a gorgeous thing. Gun's empty. Pointing in a safe direction. I'll just show you the party piece of this gun. Safety catch. All the way back.
Hey, hit nearly every one of them then.
And it mixed shot well. So we've shot some clays with it. It handles lovely. But really, this is a game gun. And I've decided that I'm going to take it to the Glyn in Wales. Where I had my first ever simulated game day. I took the 410. Fantastic hospitality. Really nice. Neil and the team really looked after me. I'm going to take this gun and I'm going to do 150 bird partridge day. And yeah, I'm going to go and get ready for that shortly. But we're still looking at the gun. We're going off track. So, an amazing looking gun. Amazing balance. In fact, let's get this gun balanced up. Now, I have had to shoot the clays with it. Obviously, I put the shot cam on for you guys. So it's probably ever so slightly behind the pin. Yeah. Balance, the way it comes up handling, it's lovely. Triggers are crisp, 2.5 pound. I would say is a bit light for a game gun. Obviously, you've got to get used to it. Make sure you're safe. No travel, no creep or anything like that. Leaf springs are always very nice pulls. But yeah, what an exquisite gun. So, we shot some clays with it. We're going to do a separate video where we go to Wales and we shoot some partridge with it. But I have to say, like, yeah, to look at this gun and it, obviously it brings back my teenage years when I the very first saw one. Absolutely blown away. Yeah, and I suppose I think Mr. Burns, he went on. I think he sold his pinless side lot 12 and ordered himself a pair of 20s, if I remember rightly. But as an enthusiast, as a collector, looking at all these different manufacturers and obviously price, yeah. FAMARS, Abbiatico and Salvinelli are absolutely one of the top, you know, without spending £200,000. Stunning. Now, I believe they started in 1967, making guns for an American client, and they took off and they went from there. And I think they ended up going into the bespoke, built to order shotguns, handmade. I mean, I'm just looking at the way this is carved out. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. So Mario Abbiatico and Remo Salvinelli are making these guns, and then I think, let me check on this. Yeah, Christina Abbiatico takes over after her father dies, and she marries the director of the engraving company. What's his name? His name is Marco Cabizzoni. Sorry if I'm destroying these names for you, but so they marry, he's responsible for these beautiful Bellino engravings, and she's running the company. Now, I believe that very recently they've been rebought by an American enthusiast again, a gun lover, and he's owns the firm, and they're still making bespoke, fine shotguns, just like this one, which is really interesting, I suppose. And I think it's really nice that having started, and I suppose because of the enthusiasm and the backing of a wealthy American, that's now how they've gone again. I think that's quite nice. I also believe that their work has made it into the Beretta Gallery with a 4-barreled gun made by Abbiatico and Salvinelli. 4 barrels with a single trigger. Obviously, real gun making, very talented people. Yeah, and let's have a closer look here at the at this lock work. Absolutely exquisite. Clicker back in, just like that. Don't get any simpler than that, does it? As well as the 4-barrel gun, they also made the side-by-side hammer self-cocking single trigger. I mean, what a fantastic gun. Yeah, so I shall go and shoot some partridge with this. I think I might do a little video on getting ready for your first day on a driven shoot. But I am definitely going to video shooting partridge with this. I'll get the shot cam on it. I might take it off. It'd be nice for myself just to shoot this gun without the shot cam on during the course of the day. But this is a really nice gun. And thank you all very much for liking and subscribing and following my journey. And we'll see you all in the next video.